Girl, stop it. Oh crap, I didn't know I was recording. Oh man, well, I already started recording. Those of you guys been following me. Here, I just got back from class, so look at that, negative 4,000 on, negative 3,000 on the free margin. It's because I'm really maxing out these trades right now. Stacking trades on top of trades. I'm selling gold. I'm buying USD JPY. That way you guys can see. This is just a demo contest. This is on my wife's account. I already told you guys this morning I anticipate too early. The max $100 bets that you can do right away with a $100,000 account with the 1,001 leverage is 4 $100 bets, and I accidentally messed up because this is where I'm at on my account right now. So went all the way down to 10,000, back to 20,000 equity. So at least I got two demo accounts to play with. Let's see what else do I want to talk about. US dollar rebounding back up from 92. The non-farm payroll is this Friday. I am anticipating that it will be green, which is positive for non-farm payroll for the US dollar. I don't know if there's anything important tonight. I have to take a look. Oh yes, there is. That's right, I forgot about that. Oh yeah, the Euro Central Bank meeting, which is at 2 in the morning. So basically, exactly when London sessions open. London sessions open at 2 in the morning at my time, Central Time. So that's going to be very interesting, along with the unemployment change and PMI for the pound. That's it for the pound. But all eyes on U.S. Wednesday morning for ADP employment change. And you got FOMC Mester's speech and Williams' speech. So you got two Fed speeches tomorrow. One at 11 and one at 2:30. So that's something to pay attention to, because they're gonna be questions about rate hikes. What do they see for the balance sheet for the fall? And probably about taxes and healthcare, all that other stuff. So, and probably, hopefully, they say something good about the U.S. economy. If they don't, then you already know where that's going for the U.S. dollar again. But I believe that the U.S. dollar has been oversold for so long that it has to come back up. And then we got Thursday, all eyes on Bank of England. That's going to be interesting. Some people say that the pound can still rally up to 135. I don't really see it for going that high. Maybe 133, maybe $1.33 at the most, but I anticipate the pound, because if you look at the pound and euro back in February or March, the pound was at $1.20, $1.21, and then euro was at $1.06 or $1.07, and so now they've been rallying up ever since, and that's, you're talking about at least a 10-cent gain for euro, and then for for the pound it's pretty much a 10-cent gain because it shot all the way down to $1.20. Now it's at $1.32. So you're talking about 12-cent gain, 10-12-cent gains on the euro and the pound, and so that's pretty high. And remember that this is the summer, so people are traveling more and they're going to go to different countries. So obviously the U.S. dollar is going to be traded a lot more. Hence why the U.S. dollar, there's not much spending here. So I don't really. If you guys missed on New Zealand was a sell at 5:45 p.m. my time. Yeah, I did a $10 bet and that turned into $4,000. Let's see here. I'm just trying to catch up because I just got back from class. I don't care about the analysis, dollar climbs, commodities gains. Well, yeah, because Japan is under. Who's gonna resign? Someone, yeah, Abe. He's thinking about resigning as the. I think it was like the head of security, national security or something. And as they say, USDJPY gain upside traction. They're talking about the MACD, which I talk about MACD, but they just talk about it more in their terms: higher lows and lower lows. What else can I talk about? I don't really know. I'm still waiting. Tomorrow they said they'll announce the winners. I'd like to see my wife's name up here first place. Because the guy that won last month, the gain was 2,373%. That's almost 2.4 million, 2.5 million. So I did a 4,500% gain, I think. Because 4,000% gain on a $100,000 account is 4 million. So that's how you do the math. For every 1,000%, you get it's a million. I already did the crystal ball contest in case you guys didn't do it yet. I think you guys only have 6 hours to make that decision if you're gonna guess on the euro for Monday. And I suggest people to do it. It's free money. I'm guessing euro's gonna be. I mean, I guess a little bit not too. I still guess a little bit too high, but I'm not gonna say what my prediction is. So, but I already said I predicted that that it might fall at the low 17, the low 117 range and the high 116.9 or whatever. That's just my prediction. I mean, anything can happen in London sessions because at 2 a.m. you got the monetary policy meeting. But it's already oversold on the daily and the 4 hours, so it has to come back down. I mean, unless if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, But I mean, it's Forex. You can only anticipate so much about the markets. You can just go off the indicators as much as you can here and there. Other than that, I'm going to be swinging these trades till, like I said, Tuesday was the new day of reversals. USD changed hands right before the end of New York sessions. Like, I was still in class, but right around 3:30 or whatever, it started climbing up. and then 7 p.m. it started really climbing up, and then it couldn't break 110.5, and then it just broke 110.5, but then it's been fluctuating right there because that's its really hot resistance point right now. And I know gold spiked down to 1255. Yeah, gold did spike down back to 1265. So that's, I mean, from where it went up, from where gold went up, was it Monday was 1273, and I know it peaked at almost close to 1274. Now it's back at 1265. And so if you look at the 4 hour chart, you know, and if you actually follow your indicators that, you know, obviously MACD is going to start to curve down, which it should be. And so, matter of fact, I'll just get you I'm just trying to catch up to date here. Yeah. So I'm just zooming in on the MACD here. The red and green lines is the awesome oscillator, and though the green line means that it's gaining, like it's going up, and then the red lines means that it's going down. It's just following the candles. And so I have the awesome oscillator on this MetaTrader 4 versus the other one. I have the stochastic oscillator. And so I know I look at different types of indicators, but with two phones you can look and see exactly. If you think it's not going that way, then basically I just look at both the charts on the two MetaTrader 4 apps and figure out, okay, is it really going to go the opposite direction, or is it going to go, with this trend? And so I see a trend coming for a downtrend for gold, and I see an uptrend for USD JPY. Oh, and also USD CAD's been oversold for so long. If you look at USD CAD, it was at $1.37 back in May, early May, and then it plummeted all the way down as soon as oil prices went up because it's summer, all the way down to like $1.24. That's a lot. You're talking about 13 cents. So now, if you look at the daily chart on USD CAD, it's been oversold for quite some time. Like, we're talking about months now. And so it's time to rally back up. Hence, that fall's coming soon. I mean, you just gotta go. I mean, when seasons change, because I live in in a state where it's up north, so the seasons changing. Obviously, prices of food, prices of oil, whatever, all that stuff starts to get a little bit cheaper. So, I mean, trying to see. I know that I'm also buying USD Swiss franc as well. I know there's news for Switzerland, which is the Swiss franc dollar, at 3 in the morning. I think it was 3 in the morning. Exchange gain 10 with the T yields 111i. Okay, so I know there's news on Swiss franc at 315. Yeah, so basically, well, it wouldn't be 315. It would be, my FX book doesn't have it. That's interesting. Okay, so it would be yeah, they don't have, so it would be 215. Well, actually, there's 3 Swiss franc news. Well, I know why there's no Swiss franc here, because I don't have it hooked up. That's why. So you have, yeah, so I think the most important one is the retail sales. Yeah. Well, along with the consumer client, but I know that the retail sales is probably the biggest one to look at for Switzerland. Just trying to see what else I can. Maybe I should just go live. That way you guys can just ask me questions. Uh, I don't. You guys are probably wondering about stacking trades. That's all I do is stack trades on top of trades. You, the number one thing is that you have to catch that trend. That's the first thing is you don't want to fall when there's huge news releases coming out, and then you anticipate something, and you're gonna say, "I'm gonna keep swinging this because it's not gonna reverse." Just like today, I said that Tuesday is the highest volatile day because there's so much red news, especially when it started London sessions for Euro, with Euro, and then all the way to 9 a.m. But my anticipation wasn't in line with my time frame, so obviously I took a hit on the first demo account, which was mine. It didn't go my way, the trend the way I anticipated until 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. and then 11 a.m. it finally started, the trend. And then throughout, later on in the afternoon, then the trend just got better for me. Well, buying U.S. pairs and selling Euro, selling the pound, selling Australia, and selling New Zealand. Now, I'm trying to think. I don't know. I think that's all I got. I mean, I'll try to make another video right around midnight or 1 a.m. I don't think I'm going to stay up for London sessions tonight since today started a reversal. So I anticipate the trend that I'm doing right now should last up until next week, either Tuesday or Monday, and we'll see where we'll go from there. But anything can happen, so that's why every session you should know from the start of those sessions, those first couple hours is very crucial to pay attention to. And so now the new 12-hour window has started, but I'm really not going to follow that 12-hour pattern as of this week because of the new reversal pattern that started, which was today. And so you can't just rely on one pattern. There's always different types of other patterns to pay attention to. And so I'm going to have to make a more in-depth video on understanding patterns and the time frames on when you trade, because each session is 8 hours, and then you get the 4-hour chart to follow, which is the 4-hour chart is pretty accurate. And then the daily chart is just there to see how long can a MACD and RSI can extend from there. And so that's I'll just stop recording. I just had a long day at class, so I'll try to make another video tonight. If not, then it'll be during New York sessions when I wake up. But I wish you guys best of luck with trading. Like I said, feel free to comment, subscribe. I'll try to make it as more simple as possible for you guys to understand how I trade. And like I said, this is just for me to record, the way I trade and what I do when I trade. And so, I will try my best to give as much tips as I can, especially the way I trade on patterns, on time frames. So there you guys have it. And I wish you guys much success, And so, like I said, I will make a video Sunday about paying for a forex education. because I never spend $1,000, 5,000, 10,000 on Forex education, because there's so much education on YouTube and Google. And till this day, the most of all the money that I deposited, you know, into trading Forex, like live trading, is less than 5,000. Less than 5,000. You know, like I said, when I first started with that 350 and flipped it to 26,000, I mean, I only put 350 in, and then they matched me with the bonus. So you can't count the loss. You can't count the profits that you made as a loss, because that wasn't your money that you put in. So, but yeah, ultimately it was less than 5,000 that I put in, and I mean, there's people that can pay for an education, but I don't really believe in paying for an education. You know, I mean, it's just like going to college. I mean, the only reason why I'm going to college is because the military pays for it. So that's a little bit of my background, in case you guys are wondering. So, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't even pursue education. But that's just another subject to talk about if I ever wanted to talk about it. But like I said, I'm gonna keep making videos, and I wanna try to speed things up and make sure that you guys can see what I do, and that way you guys can get free tips and free knowledge. And I definitely want to, everyone to succeed versus just me succeeding and just seeing me flashing snapshots and posting that, oh yeah, I'm about to hit first place again, but I don't show any tips. I mean, that's kind of redundant, so try to do as best as I can for you guys. All right.